How's it going today, YouTube? Today I wanted to do just a quick little review over a couple of products that have been working out really well for me. Now, these are not things I sell. They didn't give them to me. I had to buy them full price. But just went on an overnight camping trip with my family, and I used the fridge for a while. Another part is a battery backup. But they work so well together that I wanted to share what I've figured out, and maybe it's something you're interested in. Okay, so if you've seen my other video about how to pack out my Bronco, you've seen this fridge before. It's a Costaway. It's from Walmart.com. That's where I got it. I paid $270 shipped. It's a 52 quart. I think right now they have it for like $330-ish, and maybe you can find it cheaper on other sites. Big sturdy handles that are great tie down points. I have it moved for this video. It does lock. It has a light. It's got a little chain so you can't overextend the lid. Fridge and freezer compartments. You can see we still have everything in there from camping. This is just me unpacking finally. The thing just works. It is currently, if you can see that, 81 degrees out, and it is 32 degrees inside of that. It doesn't matter what the temperature is. This thing just works, and not having to go get ice is fantastic. As you can see, it's not overly tall. The Bronco seat still sits up taller, so I can shove stuff underneath it. You do have to keep the vents free so you don't overheat this thing. And this brings me to the second accessory that makes the fridge even better. So I got this. It's called an EcoFlow River Mini, I believe is which one this is. And I have these things connected together. So right now this is the fridge connected into it, and then it is connected to my Bronco up there. So when I'm driving the Bronco, it charges the battery in this EcoFlow back up. But right now it is just running the fridge off of the battery power in this little guy. And you can see, it's at 92% and it's got zero load on it. You can see that over here, but that's because the fridge is at its current temperature. So if it does, let me try and kick the fridge down, get it to come on. You will see it pull a load and it will pull the battery down, but there we go. So fridge just kicked on and it's putting a load on it. So right now it's saying if it's running at this, which I just dropped the fridge 10 degrees, that this battery will last about 4 hours. Now, if you're not opening and shutting the fridge a whole lot, I bet you could get a fridge to run solely off that battery for 8 or 9 hours easily. Now, that is also assuming that you got the fridge down to temp first. So I always plug this in my house and let it cool down before I put it in the Bronco. That just helps. And if the food inside is cold, that helps also. But when I'm driving, if I drive for about an hour, 45 minutes to an hour, the drain I put on this little EcoFlow gets charged back to almost 100% just by having it connected up there. So pairing these two together is fantastic. If you didn't know this, the battery power cuts off to that little 12 volt. It cuts off after about 15-20 minutes or so. It kind of depends on the load that you have on the Bronco. So that battery power cuts off. So if you have the fridge connected solely to it, you're kind of screwed if you wanted to pull over and go for a hike. If you pull over and go to a restaurant, you're going to go without power to your fridge for an hour or so, and then you're just going to have a bunch of warm, mushy food, bad eggs, bad milk, whatever you've got in there. So pairing it with this, which that I got on a Prime Day sale for like $250, it's fantastic. So we just used this camping, and we were able to just plug in all our devices. It's got a bunch of USB-C ports, and then it even has 2 actual outlets you can plug into it as well. You can hook this up to a solar charger, you can charge it with a wall outlet, and the top is also a wireless charging pad. So for all the smaller that is, I mean, I don't have the smallest hands, but this thing is tiny. That thing is amazing. And I was able to even shove it behind the fridge and then push the fridge back there. And right now, so I don't think I said this, it's at 91%, and it is currently 2 o'clock. The fridge has been running off of that for 4 hours. So, no, sorry, 3 hours. I left it at 11 and it is now 2. So it's been running off that for 3 hours. This still says 90%. It's 80 degrees outside. So like I said, you're gonna get a solid 8, maybe 10 hours out of just running it off that battery. And if you threw a little solar panel on it, who knows how long you could get out of this thing. So that is my setup. These are 2 products that I highly recommend. I've got a fair amount of use out of both of them, and just overall very happy with them. And they don't break the bank, which is what's most important. So thanks for watching, everyone. Stay tuned for the next one.